Today for Full Album Friday, we're going to check out Guns N' Roses' classic 1987 record, Appetite for Destruction. This album is something beyond legendary, and even after more than 25 years, it is still very worthy of that status. This record really represents the epitome of that dangerous persona that the media tried to give to the hard rock and hair metal music of the era. And yet Guns N' Roses were always more on the hard rock, almost heavy metal side of things. There's no posing at all here. This is just grab a beer, crank it up, kick someone's teeth in, rock and roll. And there's not a bad second anywhere on this record. But the thing that really sets Guns N' Roses apart from all of their peers is the fact that they have this amazing balance of musical fury and technical precision that couldn't be matched. Yeah, there's an edge, an anger, a power, and angst to these songs. But this band never sacrifices the overall musicality just to come off as darker or more dangerous. Let's be honest, Guns N' Roses were built on the phenomenal guitar work of Slash. And whether it's in the solos or the amazing chord progressions that he puts together on this album, you can easily use this album as his credibility to be a true guitar god. Whether it's that crunching drive on Welcome to the Jungle, the trudge that you get on My Michelle, or that speedy fury of You're Crazy. The man truly knows no limits, and so many of these hooks have become legendary unto themselves over the years. But the rhythm sections from Izzy are just as important, and then you have one of the most overlooked and underappreciated elements of Guns N' Roses, the bass work from Duff McKagan. It's Duff's work that gives most of these songs their darker, almost looming feeling. And when he locks in with drummer Steven Adler, honestly, there's not another band from the era that could touch these guys. Of course, you have to recognize the vocal talents of Axl Rose, as that voice, that attitude, that snake dance on stage, it's as defining of that time period as anything else. And people still try and copy him in so many ways to this day. At the time, there wasn't anywhere on the vocal scale that Axl Rose couldn't work well. And it's this range that allows there to be so much diversity within the songs, as well as have that dirty, raw feeling that you can never get enough of on this album. Just look at the tracks on this one: Paradise City, Mr. Brownstone, Sweet Child of Mine, and like I said before, Welcome to the Jungle. These songs are all iconic, and they're all on one record. This album still really sits high atop the 80s rock scene, as few albums can measure up from any genre or any style. I mean, when you really think about it, you can easily make the argument that Appetite for Destruction is the bridge album between the outgoing hair metal movement and what would be called grunge only a few years later, as there are many elements of both styles deeply embedded in this album. Honestly, if you've somehow gone through your life without owning this album, you're damaged. It's that simple. Get it now, play it at maximum volume, thank me later.